Greetings, everyone. Uh, I am Rachel Gemo, head of school at St. Benedict Preparatory School. Um, Today, I am going to be bringing you our first virtual State of the School address. It's usually a publication that comes out in the time that we issue our re-enrollment and tuition for the coming year to let everybody know what is happening in the school and what our plans are for the next year. So kind of sit back and relax, and we'll be able to give you this information for our state of the school. First of all, we definitely would like to um, uh, just remind everybody that you are in our prayers during this time. This is definitely an unusual time. Our parents in our prayers, our school families, our parishioners, our faculty and staff, as well as our kids. We know that this is an unusual time, and there's probably a lot of unusual stress in the households. And we're here to support you, and the parish is also here to support you as well during this time. Um, Being that it is Holy Week this week, and we started the week with Palm Sunday, it is kind of fitting that this message also goes out to all of our families as we pray for you. Pope Francis said on Sunday, reminded us that Jesus' message is about us remembering that we are not alone. Do not be afraid, and that Jesus experienced all of the human suffering so that he could be ever close to us, and that we will feel consolation of God, who sustains us through all these days and all of our anxieties of these current days and coming weeks. So again, may God be with all of you as we face this together. And if I'm ever grateful, I'm always grateful that we are part of the St. Ben's community, but especially during this time, it's really been humbling and a blessing to see how our community has worked so well together to help each other out. So again, thank you. For the state of the school, what we tend to do in this presentation is just again an acknowledgement that we know that paying tuition for a St. Ben's education is a significant financial commitment that we do not take lightly. And we know that it's important that families know where their tuition dollars are going. So how are we investing in school programs? What are the benefits to your children so that you can have the confidence in re-enrolling your children? And we also have the challenge of creating a realistic budget that projects the cost of a quality Catholic education. We are a Blue Ribbon 2019 National Blue Ribbon School, not by accident. It's definitely due to the hard work of our faculty, staff, and the commitment of our parents, as well as the hard work of our students. And we want to build on that national recognition as we continue to look to the future. We want to continue strengthening our school programs. And so the frame of this presentation is going to be our school strategic plan, which is reaching new heights. So you'll see that I'll be referring back to some of the goals that are in our strategic plan. We will also discuss some future facilities needs, and we'll celebrate our successes, and we'll also identify some opportunities and challenges as we look to the coming year. Now, it is unusual. The state of the school is virtual, as I know that, or we know that families are home, our children are at home, and learning and thriving under the unique set of circumstances that we have during our pandemic. Excuse me, phone. And we also know that this is also a stressful time as well for our children and our families. So, the state of the school is we are, continue to move forward during these unusual times. And if anything, I've received a lot of positive feedback from families, even though it's not perfect. And I know that there are areas that we need to continue to work on and grow um, in these current e-learning days. But if anything, the ability to turn our program from a brick and mortar school to an e-learning school truly is a testament to the importance of your investment in St. Ben's, the testament to the vision of our technology plan that has taken a good 4 years to get to this point, and the time that was spent in the infrastructure and the investment in our equipment, as well as the hard work of our technology employees, our director of technology, um, Louis Karagianis, and his colleague Giselle Gabriel, as well as the technology committee of our advisory board and our facilities committee. So a lot of people have put time and thought into this, and we are certainly grateful because we were able to, again, make the transition to e-learning successfully, given the work that has been done prior. As well as I'd like to applaud our teachers and our faculty who have been working for the last 4 years in particular, learning how to integrate technology in a one-to-one environment. So while they had to do a lot of quick learning and crash course learning, and still are in some respects, or the last couple of weeks, I do applaud their efforts and their commitment to your children's education. And I also, again, would like to thank the supportive community of St. Ben's. You truly have made it a much easier process to make the transition. Your willingness to facilitate learning environments in your homes while balancing your work situations as well. So congratulations to all of you. And again, we know we're just taking this at a day at a time, not knowing where this is going to end up. But again, thank you to all of you. I also would like to give a shout out to our parish, Father Steve, and the parish staff who have continued the most important faith uh, connection and faith experiences as well. So providing online masses and prayer services during this time, and allowing our children to still engage in the understanding of their faith, and also helping with families at this time. So again, congratulations to our parish. I'd also like to thank our Home and School Association for creating opportunities for community building and connection as well. And I think you're gonna see some more of that throughout the month of April. And I'd also like to thank the leadership of our advisory board, as they have been offering good support and mentorship and feedback as we face these days. And again, their desire to support families during these e-learning days. So you'll see in the next few weeks some other documents that the board is putting together to help answer some of the questions that our families have regarding e-learning. When we think about our accomplishments, our strategic plan, one of our first goals, obviously, is to determine the mission in a vibrant faith community. So this is the very first year that St. Benedict Preparatory School is a pre-K to 8 school only. The last few years, we've been phasing out the high school, and while that has been a focus, and it was a blessing for us to be able to help our high schoolers enjoy the last years of their high school education here at St. Ben's, and having a wonderful celebration. This year in particular, we've now been able to focus all of our attention on strengthening our pre-K-8 education. With that, and with our new mission, we have been focusing primarily on the 7 C's of a St. Benedict education. And hopefully you've seen these words before: Catholic identity, critical thinking and communication, collaboration, creativity, relevant and rigorous content, as well as building confidence. These are the 7 pillars of a St. Ben's education. I invite you, if you haven't been able to read the book, Becoming Brilliant, um, I invite you at least to listen to this podcast that I have for you that really explains the benefits of 6 of the 7 C's, which research has shown to help develop successful kids, uh, both for high school and beyond. And thinking about our global workforce that they will be participating in when after they graduate from college and beyond. So these are really important components of our education. And again, if you haven't been able to learn a little bit more about it, please enjoy this podcast. I think it will really give you a good idea, good sense of the framework that we are building our school program in, that I do believe makes us unique compared to our other Catholic school neighbors, as well as our public school neighbors. And ideally, you would have seen this in our 7Cs portfolio this year, but given our current e-learning state, our virtual school, I'm not sure where we're going to end up regarding our 7Cs portfolio this year, but we're going to keep working on that. And again, those 7Cs really frame vision of an 8th grade graduate, which you can also access on our website. When we look to what some of our goals are for next year, our opportunities and challenges. We want to be able to sustain our current programming. We have a very robust program, pre-K through 8. We offer not just a lot of opportunities in our core academics, but we also offer a lot of our, whether it's world languages or STEAM classes, and the fine arts and performing arts, to really allow for a well-rounded student who is grounded in their Catholic faith. And we want to be able to sustain those. So those are the things that we're going to be working on. Obviously, teacher retention is important to us. A successful school relies on having capable, caring, talented, experienced teachers. So we continue to invest in them and also in their professional growth. We also want to continue again, we're integrating our 7Cs as well as our technology and STEAM integration. I do think we got kind of a boost here during our virtual days of education, but we will continue to work on them as well. And then being that we are a pre-K 8 school, we want to work on our curriculum alignment, as well as move towards a standards-based grading, which is going to be a 3-year journey, more than likely. And we are doing this in coordination with the Office of Catholic Schools. It's not just something that St. Ben's is undertaking. It's also, it is something that all the archdiocesan schools are going to be undertaking. And we believe that this will help inform teachers' teaching practices and planning, as well as provide more effective assessment and feedback to parents and students to guide their learning. I am going to stop this right now, and I will begin section 2 of the video.